Today we're going to do a property analysis on a high-end or luxury property in a really good neighborhood here in Anchorage. And there's three reasons that I don't like to flip these high-end properties. It comes down to features, finishes, and floor plan. So all of your finishes are going to be a lot higher end. You're going to have more features that you're going to have to address, and the floor plans usually have a shortcoming to them. It's really hard to find properties in Anchorage that are built before 1950. There just wasn't a whole lot going on. And the ones that you do find tend to have to be older in order for them to be distressed enough for them to work out as a flip. So starting off with some of the features. You can see right here, we have a separation in your cinder block retaining wall. What you might not be able to see is that whole cinder block wall leaning over. So before I even get in the house, I'm looking at probably $15,000 for a new retaining wall. It's a pretty big number to throw into a budget when a lot of my single family home flips tend to have remodels that are in that $50,000 to $80,000 range. $15,000 is a pretty big pill to swallow. Walking up to the house, we've got skylights. Those tend to give you problems. If they're older, they're probably gonna have broken thermal seals in them, and they're probably gonna have to get replaced just to be updated to go with the rest of the home. It's another big ticket item. I don't know if you guys can see on the roof over here, but we've got a lot of moss on the roof. You can see down the edge right here that it's actually missing shingles. If you look down the edge on the other side of the property, it's missing shingles. If we go over here, you could probably see on top of this roof over here, it's got a whole lot of moss up there. So a little bit of moss isn't bad, that's kind of normal, but when you have moss on it that's 3 inches thick like that, that leads to accelerated deterioration of the roof. It's more likely that you're gonna have some wood rot underneath. You're gonna have to get your sheets underneath replaced as well. It may go further than that as well, but the roof that you put back on is not going to be the cheapest 25-year shingle roof that you can find. You're going to go with the wood shingle. You're going to go with architecturally designed shingles. Your $20,000 roof, $20,000 roof can be a $25,000 or $30,000 roof really quickly. Again, when we're talking about the older properties, see this right here? Oh, right here. So this is wood rot. You take this stuff out, and it just falls apart. There's multiple spots on the house that has wood rot. You know, we see this peeling paint, accelerated deterioration again. The yard is landscaped, that's great. But, you know, when you have things like a nice little retaining wall or planter bed right here, that's great, but it's just another thing to fix. When you go into these more affordable homes, which is $250,000, $300,000 in our market, you don't have those features in your front yard. You just have a yard. So it keeps your rehab down. And also the buyers on those properties aren't expecting those things. So we've got floor plan, we've got features, and we've got finishes. When you come inside to the property, all your finishes are gonna have to be that much nicer. Tile floors are gonna be more common. Your laminate floors are going to be less common. Your carpet that you use isn't going to be $3 a square foot, $2 a square foot installed. You're looking at things that are going to be $5, $7, $8 a square foot for carpet, when normally we can get some hardwood, well, not hardwood, but hardwood type products for less than that. So just beyond here, we have your kitchen. It's not very typical. People that buy higher end homes tend to be newer homes. People that are spending a lot of money on homes, they want open floor plans. So we do have a nice, pretty big room here, but for a 2,700 square foot home, this is not the biggest room ever. So beyond that, we've got another living space that overlooks the backyard. But before we go there, I want to show you something here. I don't know if you can tell looking down this hallway, but it dives off to the right. We're going to look a little bit more closely. You can see this crack right here. This crack is indicative of the house settling. When you look on this house, see if I can find it. So right here by my foot, again, I don't know if you guys can see this, my hand's right on it now. This crack right here in the tile floor goes over here a little bit. And then we've got a couple more cracks here. When you see cracks like that, again, it's indicative of the house settling. I would expect We got another big crack here. I don't know if I would call this separation from the house. I think that what's it called, that kick plate or transition plate they have there is just missing. But when you look over at the wall right here, at the base of the wall, it looks like this might have pulled away a little bit. I can't feel any gap in there. But again, I'm very, very suspicious of this house when it comes to earthquake damage. This is a 2,700 square foot home. I priced out earthquake damage on homes that are about half this size. And geez, I was looking at some 1,200 square foot homes and they were about $40,000. I just looked at a 1,500 square foot home the other day and it's $40,000 or $50,000. Wouldn't be surprised if this 2,700 square foot home needed $80,000 in repair work. So we've just gotten inside the house. We spotted the retaining wall, $15,000. The foundation damage, $80,000. So now we're up to $95,000. We probably got a $25,000 or $30,000 roof on it. So most of my repairs on most of the homes that I do are going to be $80,000. I mean, geez, I can remodel most multifamilies for a little over $100. So walking in, now we're going to talk about some floor plan differences. So as you can see, we have the kitchen over there. It has the window that lets you into that entryway that we had. And then we have our living room, family room, whatever you want to call it. The door here doesn't have a balcony on it. You're probably looking at $10,000 or $15,000 to build a balcony out there. Again, we've got a nice backyard here, but that backyard is probably going to eat up a few $1,000s just in cleaning it up. When you go into the kitchen here, we're not doing your off-the-shelf cabinets, even if you can find 42 inches and get rid of these soffits. We're not looking for some appliance package that you're going to have at Lowe's. You're going to be going and getting a high-end appliance package. You're going to be trying to open up these walls. If you're thinking of anything besides solid surface countertops, you're 100% wrong. But instead of doing a $10,000 or $12,000 kitchen, you're looking at a $20,000 to $25,000 kitchen really easily. I've seen quotes for $400,000 homes. I've seen people get quotes of $50,000, $60,000 as well. Talking about the floor plan deficiencies again. So again, we've got that sunroom right over there, kitchen right over there. You want to open all this up. We have a staircase right here. You can keep that how it is. A lot of times in newer homes, you're going to see, step back a little bit. So because the staircase is there and it goes down that way, what you're going to see a lot of times is a little pony wall. People like to do the railing that has the glass panels in it a lot. And then that way it can open things up all the way through the kitchen, all the way through there. You're probably going to have one, if not two, load-bearing walls that you're going to have to put in a beam. And all those things get really expensive. All those things get the municipality involved. Now, once the municipality gets involved and you're doing structural engineering, now you're getting into walls that have plumbing and walls that have electrical in it, and then they want to start running with you, upgrading all those things. You know, if you look at an old building that you're going to get the municipality involved in, and you can expect to do all updated plumbing and wiring, well, then you're probably going to do a lot of updating on the sheetrock because you have to take out so much, which means that if you're anywhere on an exterior wall, then you're taking out insulation. So now you're upgrading insulation, and the costs just tend to run away from you. So when you start changing floor plan, it's not just about, you know, I've got more features that I have to address and upgrade. It's not just about, okay, when I upgrade these things, I have to make the finishes nicer than just some builder quality things. So when you start changing the floor plan, all the costs just snowball because one goes into another, goes into another. And not only does it take more time, but you have a lot of downtime where nothing's happening on the project. And that's really frustrating. Everyone wants to keep moving on their project. But when you consider all the time that you have involved, then you have to consider what is the expense that I have just in the time involved, because I have that, the money that I have working for me, I have to be able to think about how I can invest that into other things and keep turning my money as fast as possible. The velocity of money is going to help you make more money every day of the week. So if you have a project like this, you may go into it. This one, I mean, I think this house is probably overpriced by about twice as much, which brings me to another small point, is that this house is a little over $400,000. I don't see this house being worth more than a little over $600,000. You're going to be over $200 a square foot. That's really expensive, but I think this area can hold it. I think that this house, when it is all finished out, can hold it. But you're still going to be sacrificing some things in the floor plan compared to a newer $600,000 home. The advantage is you'll have the location, because they don't build brand new construction over here. This area is all the way developed. If you want to live in this side of town, you're gonna have a real hard time finding something new. But you are gonna make some sacrifices in floor plan, like this ceiling. You know, this is what, 8.5 foot ceilings in here. Newer homes got 9-foot ceilings in them. They have vaulted ceilings. But going back to the floor plan, so we have 3 bedrooms back here in this bathroom. You can see the tile in the bathroom right there. The one behind it is the master bedroom. Then you have another bedroom over here on the front of the house, and then one right behind this wall. What needs to happen is the master bedroom does need to be here. Your only other option is downstairs. It's just weird to have a master bedroom downstairs. But when you come in here and you look at the master bedroom, it's not very big. Here's the closet for the master bedroom. It's not very big. See something that's really not very big? Is bathroom. This is your bathroom. This is your master bath. There's your shower. Like, that just won't do. So what needs to happen is this wall over here needs to get blown out. You're gonna capture the other bedroom on the other side, and you're gonna make a nice big master bedroom. You're gonna have your closet over there on this side, and then your bathroom that's over here. It's gonna have to come out this way so that you can have a good sized master bathroom without getting into your windows. This is exactly where you want your master bedroom. It overlooks the front door right here, and it overlooks the front of the house right here, and that's exactly where you want to be on the top floor. So as you're going through these homes and you're looking at these things, it's nice to just want to make things pretty, but really when the numbers hit the paper, something like this just doesn't pencil out. I could probably offer like $250,000 for this home, because I know I'm going to be into it $200,000, probably real close to that. Every bit of 170. I mean, geez, I had $100,000. Yeah, with that foundation work, I'll probably be over $200,000 on this home. That's yet to be verified, but even if you take that out, I'll be every bit of 150, 170 real quick. You know, like I said, you know, your cost of flooring doubles and triples. Your cabinets double and triple. Same thing with your countertops. You've got a balcony to build here. You've got so many more line items just finishing this property out that it gets so much more expensive. I mean, your roof is almost twice as much as well. So, you know, you buy this property for $250, you know, say you're sinking close to $200,000 into it. With your holding costs and with the cost of money, you're gonna be every bit of $200,000 into it. So you're gonna be $450 into it altogether. If this thing sells for $600,000, you know, a lot of times we pay buyers closing costs. You're gonna pay a realtor a commission. It's gonna cost you about 10% to sell a home. So that $600,000 becomes $540,000. You're gonna be into it every bit of $400,000. You're gonna hit that 1-to-1 ratio or close to it on your rehab costs. But with this property listed at over $400,000, there's no way they're gonna take that. It's not the market that we live in. So those are the things that I have when it comes to flipping property, and the reason why I stay away from luxury properties is because in order for this thing to pencil out for me, I basically have to offer a price that I would offer for a standard split entry, you know, 2,200 square foot home that only needs $60,000, $70,000 of renovation. So even though that property sells for $350,000, $375,000 on the back end, I'm picking it up around $200,000. Then you end up having this home that's 2,700 square feet, going to sell for $600,000-ish, just off the top of my head. But I can only pay $50,000, $60,000 more for it. That's why the numbers don't pencil out for me. In addition to all the time that it takes, a split entry home, I might not even have to pull a permit for that. I'm gonna take out what's there, replace it with pretty stuff. I'm not changing anything, not updating any wiring, I'm not changing any plumbing. I paint the outside, put a new roof on it. The roofer probably has to pull a permit, but I could be in and out on that project in 2 months tops. This project right here, changing the kitchen around, 1950 something built home, possible foundation damage. That's a 6 month, 8 month project. So maybe a little bit less, but you get the picture. So anyway, I hope you guys appreciated this. If you have any questions when it comes to flipping homes, if you're looking for a deal, give me a call. Thanks.